Circus the Dead Squirrels has been around how long?
We officially started in 2001, but we've had a couple of years here and there we weren't doing it so much. So I'd say total active time we've been around probably about 6 years.
Okay, and where did this start? Did it start with you? Did it start with someone else?
It started with me, Dan Raphael, and John Beeler. Actually, when we were in high school, we started working on music together. There was a band called Toilet Duck. It was a ska
Say
band.
that again?
Toilet Duck. Yeah, we actually wrote to, there's a toilet cleaner too. We wrote to Johnson & Johnson and asked them for permission to use the name, and they actually granted us permission. So if you ever want to use that down the road, we still can.
How did the name Circus the Dead Squirrels come about?
We got rid of the Toilet Duck thing because through time we started, becoming industrial. We started using more, electronics. Mm-hmm. We were a ska band. We lost all our horn players and most of our live members. So we turned, we started at that time we were using Cakewalk and Sonar and all that crap. But yeah, so we just figured we were starting to become a different band, and so originally we were called Squirrel Bait because my father used to always say that. He used to call people that were a little bit, nuts, Squirrel Bait, So I just always loved that, and then we found out there was a band called Squirrel Bait, and I wanted to call it Circle of Dead Squirrels, and then I found out there was Circle of Dead Children, so he just it finally just became Circus because we thought the music kind of had a circus sound to it anyway.
So the circus atmosphere on stage came afterwards?
It did. We actually just recently started doing that.
Really?
We used to dress up like squirrels before. We used to wear squirrel masks and stuff.
That had to be hot.
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons we canned it. It was a little annoying. We had these big helmets on our head. It wasn't really worth it.
Do you ever get dismissed as a gimmick band?
No, and I think the reason we don't is because we have a lot of humorous songs, but we also, for this last album, we wanted to completely, my main focus is to, even for this tour, is to raise money for charity. Yeah, we're not making any money doing this.
The money from this tour goes to where?
For our side, we're doing Ventana and Circus Dead Squirrels are doing separate ones. We're doing $1 per ticket for each one. We're doing ASPCA, and they're doing American Red Cross for Japan Relief.
Okay, wasn't there something with the Farm Sanctuary?
Farm Sanctuaries for the album sales for Operation Satan. We're doing $2 of every Operation Satan sale to Farm Sanctuary. So we're actually donating to 2 animal charities on this tour.
Wow, that's very cool. And
well, I'm not doing it for the money, you know what I mean? It's like we wanted, the whole point of the store is to kind of put the money where your mouth is, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So the whole album is bitching about what people do and the things they ignore, so we wanted to put it out there that we're not just complaining about, we don't want to just be part of the problem, we want to be part of the solution. So.
And where'd you record this?
We recorded it in Slaughterhouse, and he keeps moving the studio. I think it's West Hampton now, Massachusetts. Yeah, 3 times he's moved it.
And you guys are based all over the country. You're from?
I'm currently living in Arizona. I'm originally from Connecticut. Our bass player and our guitarist are both one's from Connecticut, one's from Massachusetts, and the rest of the guys are from Ventana, so they're all in Cleveland.
Okay, and does Ventana also have members of Mushroomhead in it?
Yes, Rick Thomas and Dan Fox are both members of Mushroomhead as well.
So it's the 2 bands kind of mixed together?
Yeah, I mean, basically when we put out Operation Satan, we had no plans of doing it live. I mean, I hoped to do it, but we had, it was just me and Dan, basically Dan Raphael, that put it together, and then they offered to help me put it together just to, take it on the road. And
nice.
It worked out.
Have you toured before this?
We really never toured. We played like maybe 4 shows in a row, and that was the extent of it. We played weekend shows and stuff like that.
Okay,
but we never
play
did anything
out.
like this. We did play out, but not that much. This is the most playing out we've done.
How do the song structures come together?
Usually it always starts with music, and it starts with us just on keyboards programming stuff, and then Dan will add the guitar in, and then I'll do the vocals. I mean, there's been a couple songs where I had ideas lyrically first, but usually it's music first.
Obviously this album is all about animal use and such.
Right.
Inspiration on the other 2? There's 3, right?
Yes. The first album was like, there's a little bit of everything in there. Mm-hmm. A lot of our ska stuff kind of came through onto that. A lot of, like 8-Bit Piece of Shit, for example, Sea Monkey Kill, Heaven Can't Help Us. Those were all old Toilet Duck songs that we redid. But Indoor Recess, I don't really know. There wasn't really much motivation behind that. I mean, it was just like a bunch of different things. Some of the songs were personal, some of the songs were wacky. And then we started to kind of, focus in on themes for Pop Culture Massacre. Just kind of, that was almost like asking for a lawsuit album. Let's see how much we can go with this. You know what I mean? How many things can we sample that are blatantly obvious? And nothing ever came of it, and maybe someday it will. But just to show that we don't care. You know what I mean? We're a small independent band, and you know, we're trying to use their samples against them. For example, with Happy Mealworm or Elmo's Last Laugh, you know, we're trying to degrade them through their own work. You know, so that was kind of the point of that album.
And live, you have the video wall.
Yep.
And do you put all that together?
I did. I put all the videos together. Then our bass player Matt Nodlin went and just edited, you know, and put some effects on it. We spent the last couple months doing those.
Okay.
A couple of them are online. What We Deserve and Bible Thumpers we did put on YouTube, so you can actually watch those. Yeah.
And you do throw balls, and what else do you throw into the audience?
We throw balls, water balloons, a couple pies in the face. Trying to think what else we've done. So sometimes we have the bubble machines with just bubbles going off, balloons. Yeah, I mean, there's a little kid's birthday party meets the circus is what we're going for, you know.
And has anyone been pissed off about the whole pie thing?
One guy, he didn't do anything about it, but I was trying to sing and I almost laughed my ass off because he was obviously pretty surprised and pissed off about it. He was throwing a little tantrum, but luckily he didn't jump on stage and beat my ass or anything. It wasn't me that did it.
Oh, you didn't hit him?
No,
with it?
I haven't hit anyone with a pie yet. That's still coming. But we got a lot of plans for the next run. You know, we just kind of been doing this as we go. You know, we got a new idea. Well, let's try doing this. So we've been just talking the whole time, and the next run is going to be, I mean, psychotic. I'm going to buy so many things. I'm not going to say it, but it's going to be a show to see. Believe me.
Now, are you working on another record, or are you just going to run this one for a while?
No. Well, what we're going to do is I'm about to head. Dan Raphael's actually he's not playing live with us anymore, but he still writes with me. He lives in LA now. He's doing film work. I'm headed over there in a couple weeks. We're going to work on I'm Too Sexy cover. We're going to finish up our Christmas song we started years ago. And we're also doing a lot of stuff that was left over from the Indoor Recess days, Pop Culture days, songs we didn't use, and we're going to release that probably early next year. But I'm Too Sexy and the Christmas song we're going to release on iTunes in November.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, you are independent. You don't have a label or anything, do you?
I don't have a label. It says Foreign Nation on the back, but that's just our way of saying that's one of our products that we, you know, independently did, but it's not a label.
Do you prefer it that way?
Yes and no. I mean, we had a couple offers through the years, but they were always ridiculous. You know, like, you know, 7 album deals when owning the masters for 25 years. You know, stuff that was just absurd.
It takes it out of your hands.
Right, and then, you know, we're getting no royalties, so it's just, and then, you know, talking to other bands on the labels, they weren't doing much promotion, so it's like, at that point, you're better off on your own. So if we could get a decent deal from a bigger label, it would definitely be worth it. But right now, you know, we're just doing what we can. And like I said, we're not in it for the money at all. We never made money doing it. I'm not bothered by the fact that we don't. If I can raise some money for some things that, you know, are obviously much more important than myself, then I consider myself a success, you know.
Cool. How do you feel about the internet overall? Like, from promotion to people downloading your stuff?
I mean, you know, it's a good and a bad thing. I mean, I think overall it's good. I mean, it does get on your nerves when you see, you know, how many people illegally download your album, but at the same time, those people probably would have never heard of you without the internet. So it's, you know what I mean? That's why it's good to be out playing again, because if you're out and you're active and you're touring, then it actually comes back to you, because maybe those people now will come out to your show at least. But, you know, before it really bothered us when we were just strictly releasing albums and
that was your only source of, yeah.
But I think it's overall a great thing, you know.
Okay, what about web presence for you guys?
We have our official website, which is circus@deadsquirrels.net. We're on Facebook.
Did someone have .com? Or did you
I used to have it years ago, and then when the band fell apart, I let go of it, thinking we would never do this again. And then when I went to get it again, somebody registered the domain. I mean, it's like
probably hoping you'd want to.
Yeah, want me to buy it, but I'm not going to do that, you know. So yeah, it's .net now.
Facebook,
obviously facebook.com/circus@deadsquirrels. Same with MySpace. And you know, we have
YouTube.
We have a YouTube channel, yep, with the new videos.
Is everything linked off of your website?
It is.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else people should know about the band?
I think we covered everything. I mean, just look for, we're going to have the new songs up in November. We're going to be doing this again in a few months.
And the new album is called?
Operation Satan. It is available on our website. It's also on Amazon.com, CDBaby.com, iTunes. So, and like I said, you know, $2 of every sale does go to charity. So you're not only supporting the band, but you're supporting good causes. So pick up our album, don't steal it.
Awesome.
Fuckers.